damn, I can't wait. YouTubers, homesteaders. My name is Greg, and I live in Rockford, Illinois. And I've been wanting to do a video series here for quite a while on homesteading and gardening. And I think that my story might be interesting to enough people to make it worthwhile doing this, and also help out a lot of other people that are looking for answers or a direction. My story starts about 4 years ago, and I was at a point in my life where I wanted to make a change in what I was doing, make more healthier choices for myself and for my family, for that matter. So much of what we buy today from our grocery stores, we have no idea what they put into it, whether it's really healthy for us. So I started searching the internet and YouTube for answers on what I could do to change that thinking that I had in life of everything coming from the store, and I was stuck in that rut where I had no choices but to buy what they were selling in order to feed myself and my family. And let's face it, making healthy choices, if you're buying it from a store, is not inexpensive. And for a guy with 4 kids at the time, and you know, trying to make ends meet, every penny you can save helps in the long run. We've all been there. We all may be there now. I am still to this day. I think it's a rut that I will always be in, chasing that almighty dollar. So anyways, I don't own any property. I live in town, and my property at my house is not suited for a garden. I've tried a couple different times and just didn't have very much success with it. I don't have enough sun. My soil is very poor, and it just didn't seem to work for me. So I'm scratching my head trying to figure out what I can do to remedy that problem. I can't afford to go buy any property. Cutting down trees at my house really isn't an option to make more light. Yes, I could, you know, fix the soil issues over, you know, a period of time. But my real goal was, not only did I want to grow food for myself, I wanted to grow food for my extended family, clients of mine, friends, and, you know, maybe turn it into some kind of business eventually. So with that said, again, I don't own any property, and I was on the internet looking for answers, and I came across a guy out of Minnesota named Larry Hall. Now, Larry had come up with a method for people like myself who don't have a lot of money, didn't really have a place to grow anything, to actually grow things. And his method is growing in containers on gutter systems. So I made the leap and said, okay, I'm going to do this. This is exactly what I want to do. But I'm not only going to do it on a small scale, I'm going to do it on a large scale, so I can accommodate all those other people that I was interested in getting to, in reaching. So I started asking around to friends and contacts and people that I ran into through work, different contractors that I worked for, trying to find somebody that maybe had a piece of property that I could use or even rent to do a little bit larger scale of something. And eventually I found that person, and he offered me the opportunity to use this property to do exactly what I wanted to do. So I guess my first lesson here is that where there's a will, there's a way. And all you have to do is get out there and ask and ask and ask. If it takes 100 times, and it did, it probably took me talking to 50 different people before I finally came across somebody that was willing to let me use their property. And in my situation, my rent or lease for this property is that I give him vegetables, that I give him, you know, an ample supply of vegetables. Now, maybe it isn't 100 pounds of something all at once or whatever, but it's spread out over a, you know, a growing season, and it's a meager amount compared to what this property would rent for. Let's just put it that way. But he's not doing anything with it. It's just sitting here. Now, it's not the greatest piece of property. As you can hear in the background, I'm very close to the highway. On the other side of me, there's a factory. But with that said, I've got 7.5 acres here that I can use to do whatever I want with. Now, at the moment, we're only using maybe an acre of it. I don't even think it's an acre. It's probably only half an acre. So anyways, that's what I started to do. I started what we call rain gutter grow system, and I grow in 5-gallon buckets and in milk crates, and everything is on a gutter system or some type of water trough system. Everything is self-watered. I do have to supplement with minerals and fertilizer. Mostly what I use is like a worm tea or a some type of tea fertilizer, and I have to do that once a week. But the amount of space that I'll show you in a minute here, the amount of space I have and the limited time I have to spend here, because everything is self-watered, is very minimal. There's a lot of time in setup, there's a lot of time in planting, but once I have everything planted, it's pretty much sit back and watch it grow, and then harvest your ass off, because there's a lot here. And I have abundant production with limited input. So now we're here 3 years later. This is the beginning of my 3rd year here, and my goal is to finish this year out, and because I've gotten bit by this bug so hard and this way of life, that I want to take it to the next level. And that means uprooting my family and moving 10 hours south to Missouri and buying, I'm not sure what size property we're looking at, minimum of 30 acres. I have looked at property as large as 80 acres. I don't know if that's completely feasible for me in my financial situation. But yeah, so I'm looking to take this to the next level. I'm looking to take this and become what I guess what we're calling today is a modern homesteader. I'm interested in that lifestyle. I'm interested in an off-grid lifestyle. I'm interested in limiting the amount of money that I'm spending on utilities and just water. I mean, you wouldn't believe the amount of money that, I won't say we waste, but that we're spending here in Illinois at least. I mean, the taxes are crazy. The state's bankrupt. I mean, it's really, it's a mass exodus from Illinois to other states, and my choice is Missouri at this moment in time. I do have very limited contacts in Missouri. I have somewhat made arrangements for a job down there working for another farmer that's willing to take me under his wing and teach me what they know. So, you know, my skills as far as being a farmer are very limited outside of gardening and what I've learned on YouTube. And believe me, I watch a lot of that, trying to learn as much as I can. And not all the answers are there. Most of it, you know, hands-on learning has always been the best thing, best results for me. But I think that it'll be interesting to show you that journey from. Anyways, I thought that it might be interesting for people that are looking for answers or looking to figure out how to do things on their own property, or maybe they can find something like what I have. Maybe even your neighbor's house, you know, maybe they have better sunlight, but you don't want to necessarily go in the ground because you don't know how long you're going to be there or be able to do it at their house. You don't want to invest a lot of time and money, and that's kind of why I went into doing the gutter system and the containers, is because I didn't know how long I was going to be able to use the property. I didn't know how long I was going to be here. I didn't even know if I would like it, you know, if it was going to work for me, if I was even going to be able to grow a damn thing. Luckily, I figured it out through, you know, watching Larry and talking to him. I've actually talked to him a couple times. He's helped me with some problems that I was having with, you know, not disease, but, you know, insects and, you know, deficiencies, and helping me figure that stuff out. And now I'd like to show other people how to do it and show them what I learned and what success that they can have just like I have had, and what success I'm hoping to have in the future when I get to Missouri, because damn, I can't wait. It's been a long time coming. Unfortunately, we can't do it for another year, so I wasn't planning on doing the garden this year. I was going to take this year off just to concentrate on getting to Missouri. But I tell you what, folks, you're never going to get anywhere without sacrifice, especially as big as what I'm planning. Sacrifices, you know, have to be made in order to better yourself in life sometimes. And this is one sacrifice that I'm willing to make, and that's time to get this done so I can have the vegetables, my friends and family, and you know, the few customers that I do have, I can continue to service. So I hope that you'll stick with me. I hope that you'll subscribe and follow my journey, because I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be real exciting. I think there's a lot of things here that we all can learn. I can learn from you, and you can learn from me, because I don't have all the answers, and I'm hoping that somebody out there does have some of the answers. So tune in. I'm hoping to put a video out at least once a week and show you how to take this big mess. I know it doesn't look like much, but turn it into this.